She's holding him hostage, but he's stealing her heart.
Oh, I just needed the,
The ABC Family original movie, Holiday in Handcuffs. Now available on DVD. Lock one up today.
Hey everyone, let's take a trip back to 2007, about 50 years ago at this point. Back when we were younger and the whole world was ahead of us.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Every year, Freeform, formerly Fox Family and then ABC Family, airs their 25 Days of Christmas marathon, chock full of some holiday classics, Harry Potter always inexplicably, and quickly churned out made-for-TV movies designed to tug at your heartstrings. One such movie was the Christmas rom-com staple in everyone's household, Holiday in Handcuffs. Made-for-TV holiday movies have asked us to suspend our disbelief for a lot of concepts over the years. Hasselhoff as a Christmas consultant, an internet meme come to life, sexy Santa Claus, but this is the first one that I know of that bravely asks the question, can you fall in love with your kidnapper?
She's holding him hostage, but he's stealing her heart.
Starring Joan Hart and Mario Lopez, Holiday in Handcuffs tells the tale of Trudy Chandler, who, wanting to impress her overbearing parents, decides to kidnap the first handsomely dimpled man she sees and force him to pretend to be her boyfriend. Shenanigans ensue, but along the way, true love blossoms. It's the miracle of Christmas Stockholm! When I was growing up, these movies were like crack to my mom, still are, so I'd catch quite a few of them. And this one always stuck out in my mind. Even back then, I thought it was absurd. And I guess I'm not alone in remembering it, because this was the highest viewed broadcast in ABC Family's history.
now I'm embarrassed.
I have to admit, I'm kind of astounded by the quality of this, revisiting it 10 years later. I mean, plot aside, it just hilariously falls below expectations. Look, TV movies don't need a budget to be entertaining, but one thing I will say, you can at least choose a credit font that makes your movie look like it cost more than $2. Guys, this wasn't directed by someone super green. This was directed by Ron Underwood, who did Tremors and City Slickers. Although, it is worth noting that this is after his last theatrical feature ever, Adventures of Pluto Nash.
The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Whoa! Why don't you take these Hillarys? We appreciate you helping us out.
This means, including this one, I've covered 3 of his movies on my show by now, and they could not be more different. And say what you will, they're all memorable. You know how some movies begin with a clip near the end, a climactic moment, a sort of how did we get here scenario to entice us to follow the rest of the journey leading to this crazy circumstance? Well, they kinda do that here, except it isn't a very exciting moment, and it's only taken from a third of the way in. Whoa! Did she really ask him to get in the car that night as he walked huffily down the road? What could have possibly led to this? This film's got a kinda loose interpretation of wacky. Oh no! She left her perm solution in like a minute too long. Now her hair's gonna look silly for half an hour. Oh, her mom keeps buying her pink things and she hates them. Oh, Mario Lopez borrows some pants from the dad and they rip, even though they clearly don't have a rip in them when he walks away.
This sucks.
Trudy is having a very bad day. After a series of misfortunes, including blowing a big job interview, the only thing she has left to hold on to is impressing her snooty parents with her successful boyfriend of 2 months. Except, you know, he breaks up with her.
Why did you tell me you were gonna come home with me for Christmas if you were never gonna do it?
Because I knew that that's what you wanted to hear. You know, we hadn't had sex yet, so. Yeah, see you later.
Nothing is going right. When will Trudy have her day? If she has to deal with any more egregious injustices, she's gonna blow.
I said I wanted hot fudge, you chowderhead.
Nice.
Yeah. We hadn't had sex yet, so.
Chowderhead? Chowderhead?
So naturally, she kidnaps a guy. David Martin has just stepped into the cafe she works at to propose to his girlfriend when Trudy, in all of her poodle-haired glory, threatens him with an antique gun and drives him out to the cabin her parents are renting for the holidays. He's very mellow about the whole thing.
What the hell is that? Hey, that's getting personal.
I guess that's my biggest issue with the whole thing. They really downplay the whole life-threatening trauma angle. She nearly shoots his jingle bells off. And Mario Lopez's reaction to all of this is more akin to him shooing some annoying kids out of his yard. This guy is madder at Trudy for letting him through in traffic, which leads to an accident, that was his own damn fault by the way, than Mario Lopez is for her kidnapping him at gunpoint.
You! Can you please try to control the chronic bitchitis?
Why did we censor the word bitch if we were just gonna use it later? Oh well. I can't believe you're kidnapping me, Preppy. I've gotta get to the big game in an hour. The tone is so weird. Because the movie never wants to go above a certain tension point, it all sort of feels like there's no conflict. I mean, I can gather from the words that David doesn't really care for this handcuff thing, and Trudy's parents are stifling her into becoming an insane kidnapping person, but it all comes off like it doesn't really matter to anyone. Truly a pressure cooker situation.
Oh, great for tightening screws.
Great for tightening screws. She said it! I don't even really believe her parents are that overbearing. Yeah, they're unsupportive of her being an artist, but like, is this really the people that are gonna drive you to a kidnapping?
Oh, crap! Trudy, that word is so tacky.
God, Mom, just let her live!
You look like one of those actresses in a pornographic movie.
Come on, Holiday in Handcuffs. You know no porn star would be caught dead with that hair. Imagine, if you will, that the genders were switched in this movie. You'd be horrified, right? If some guy held a woman against her will at a cabin in the middle of nowhere. So why is it okay if it's Mario Lopez being kidnapped? Because his dimples are so cute? His dimples are cute, let's be real. And this movie knows how cute he is. What a hunk of a hostage. Who's with me, ladies? It's okay that she kidnaps him though, cause maybe he's kinda sexist?
Let's face it, I'm a guy, and sooner or later, I will overpower you.
Okay, so why doesn't he ever attempt this? He's probably right in this case. I mean, this is just my opinion, so feel free to disagree, but this plot might be a little contrived. Trudy tells her parents that David is her boyfriend Nick, and that sometimes, when he's nervous, he makes up stories about being kidnapped. So like, that's how they get around that. And okay, maybe her family is made up of a bunch of crazy people. Fine, I'll go that far. But why does the gas station guy just assume him running in and asking for help is all part of some kinky sex thing? Do people often include random gas station attendants in their roleplay shenanigans? Why doesn't Mario Lopez just ask to use the phone and stop trying to explain the situation to this idiot? Why does the guy threaten him with a gun when he seemed into it before? Why did he give them a complimentary pair of handcuffs? Why was that available at a gas station?
Lucky little bastards.
Why does David go along with this charade for no apparent reason when he has the opportunity to take Trudy's cell phone? Why does David call his girlfriend when he finally gets a hold of a phone and tell her to call the police instead of just calling the police? Why doesn't Trudy's brother wonder what happened to his cell phone after she flushed it down the toilet? Why doesn't Trudy's boss know what a phone is?
What is that?
How did Mario Lopez hold it in for so long after she kidnapped him when he was making his way to the bathroom? Did he evacuate his bowels after slipping on the ice? And speaking of which, why does he not need medical attention after being knocked out on the asphalt? Why did she only keep him blindfolded while he was unconscious? Why did Grandma show up at all if she was also going to make an escape attempt later? Who the hell opens presents at 4 p.m. on Christmas?
Presents are at 4?
Why do the police seem to think they have the night off because it's the holidays?
Let me guess. Domestic disturbance?
Ugh, domestic disturbances. Am I right?
This sucks.
And what about Trudy's co-worker she admits the kidnapping to? She does nothing. By not reporting this to the authorities, she is absolutely an accomplice. And what was with this bitchy line?
Shut up, Taj. You're gonna fire me like I'm gonna sleep with you.
What a hag! The police tell her later she'll be arrested, but she isn't.
It's men. They drive women crazy.
Hey, wanna hear something else horrible?
My dad already thinks I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, we thought maybe she liked the innies. You know, not the outies.
Richard.
What the fuck? It's okay though, because Trudy's brother comes out as gay and she's super supportive, so I guess it's only a negative if she's a lesbian? But hey, at least Grandma's here to lighten up the mood.
I'm freezing my tatas off.
You've been in the shitter for 3 seconds, hurry up! Once David knows the police are coming, he decides to be the best fake boyfriend ever so that Trudy's parents are even more disappointed when they find out she's a felon. I fail to see how this is any different than her initial plan, which would also end with him going to the police and her parents finding out the truth, but whatever, the movie's got a runtime to fill. But out of this spiteful farce, could real emotions develop? Stockholm Syndrome. It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
This sucks.
Anyway, he feels bad for her parents being mean and proposes to her. Don't see anything wrong there! I don't know how he thought that was gonna pan out. Even as a pity thing, it's for a really short-term payoff. But hey guys, you don't know. The chemistry between these two just flies off the screen.
Why do you keep it fixed? Seriously. Oh my gosh, you have to stop it right now.
She has a post-proposal apology, but lest you think she's learned anything, she does scold him when she thinks he's tried to escape again.
What happened to him not trying to escape anymore?
Marry me, Preppy! We only ever see David doing grandiose gestures for Trudy, by the way. She never does a single kind thing for him. But Sabrina and Slater, ooh! Gonna show her stunt double in a close-up, huh? Bold choice, Holiday in Handcuffs. The idea is that, you know, when you're stuck in a terrible situation, the layers are peeled back and you see the true person inside. And you know who Trudy is? Someone who complains about everything, makes a bunch of assumptions about his character because he's well off, and is jealous of her hostage because her family likes him better. I guess Mario Lopez is into that. I don't think it's asking too much for the movie to give her some sort of redemption arc here, like perhaps setting him free instead of waiting for the police to raid the place.
Everybody free!
And why does everyone go to jail? I guess I can't fault the police for not believing an entire family could be that stupid. But since David decides to not press charges, they're set free. Gonna be a lot of awkward family dinners after this. So you're probably wondering how things turn around for our star-crossed lovers. Well, it turns out, get this, David's fiancée is a snooty rich girl. She only cares about money and her image. She's not like down-to-earth, quirky painter / kidnapping psychopath Trudy.
I've seen Trudy's paintings, and, well, they're raw and expressive.
Her paintings are raw, like the deal I've gotten here.
You and your band of hooligans would still be in jail if it were up to me.
Hooligans? That!
Hooligans.
Shouterhead.
Numbnuts. Hooligans. Numbnuts.
Shouterhead. Shouterhead.
Trudy gets her art in a gallery, her family makes up. What can't a kidnapping solve?
It's never too late.
She held him hostage.
Why do you keep hitting yourself? Seriously. Oh my gosh, you have to stop it.
Do you like that font?
I can't live on the outside anymore. I must destroy the thing I love.
I lost a lot because of you. But I've realized that I don't want any of those things.
Because I've lost the will to live. Trudy Chandler, will you hold me hostage again?
Doing one crazy thing probably does make you crazy. But it can also make you happy.
This sucks.
So, I guess the lesson here is kidnapping is good? Holiday in Handcuffs is patently ridiculous. It's a story that tells you that holding someone against their will is not only acceptable, but romantic. which maybe is a solid premise for a dark comedy, but this is a fluffy, made-for-TV Christmas movie that carries about the emotional weight of an atom. And for that reason, I was highly entertained. I like the leads a lot, and it definitely made for an unforgettable watch. Put this one on your Christmas list. Or else.
This sucks.